y aparte.
Hi, my name is Josie Carlton, and this is my Zumba story. I'm a 60-year-old woman. I'm married. I have 5 children and 16 beautiful grandchildren, all of whom I dearly love. I've always been interested in staying healthy, dancing, and exercising. I've been teaching basic Latin and line dancing now for the past 15 years. This is probably the reason why I love Zumba so much. I was first introduced to Zumba over a year ago. My co-workers lured me into the office under the false pretenses of wanting to take some of my Latin dance classes. It was then that they told me about Zumba. A couple of them were taking some Zumba classes. I told them I never heard about it before. So they took me over to the computer, looked it up on the internet, and as soon as I saw the video, plus some of the videos on YouTube, I fell in love with it. I knew this was something that I really wanted to do. They told me that I should learn how to do this and teach it in some of my classes. When I went home that evening, I looked up more information on it. I found out how I could order the CDs and the DVDs, and then I wanted to find out how I could become a Zumba instructor. That was when I got on the internet and I contacted Joan Jones, and I found out when the next classes were, and they were in Michigan, and I decided to go there. And I spent the day, and it was absolutely wonderful.
Tengo el sazón pa' que te levante, esto es arte, bailalo como en el tiempo de antes. Soy caribeño pa' hacer que cante, vamos a empezar la danza así que punto y aparte.
When I went to the office that day, secretly some of the girls were in the other room and they were actually wrapping up a beautiful present for me. It was a bracelet, and this is the bracelet that I have today. It has the pink ribbon emblems on it, and it also has the name of my daughter, Jackie. At the time the girls introduced me to Zumba, I was actually still grieving the loss of my daughter. I lost Jackie to breast cancer a year ago prior to that time. Jackie was a beautiful young lady. She left behind her family, 3 beautiful children, her husband, her parents, her brothers and sisters, and many relatives and friends. We all loved her very much. She was known for the beautiful smile that she always had on her face. That's something we miss so much. This might sound silly to some people, but to me, Zumba really helped me through that time. First, I thank my God, Jehovah, who helped me through these trying times. I also thank the support of my wonderful family and the friends who were always there beside me. And then, of course, I thank Zumba for coming into my life. It was just something that made me feel so good. It just got those endorphins going, and it always made me happy to do this. I would love more than anything to win this trip to Club Med, but the main reason why I want to get this video to you, my Zumba family, is to get a message out there to all our sisters, all the ladies in the world, and all our sisters in the Zumba family. It's important for all of us to take care of our bodies and to take care of our health and be aware of the things that are happening. You know, people used to think that breast cancer was a disease for older women. Well, we found out that this disease doesn't care how old you are. I recently found out that a little girl, 10 years old, also got breast cancer. While this is a very extreme, rare case, the point is, it does happen. Jackie was only 22 years old when we found out that she had breast cancer. Of course, all of us thinking that because she was so young, that she could probably fight this thing. We all thought that it wasn't something very serious, but we found out that it was serious. More and more young ladies are succumbing to this disease, and it's so important for all of us to be aware of what's happening to our bodies. You know, Mammograms aren't really introduced into women's lives until they're 40 years old. It's suggested that they start having mammograms on every 2 years, and as they get older, every year. It's very rare that they suggest it for young women, but there is something that you can do. Self-examination. It is so important. You can do this in the privacy of your own home. It doesn't take a doctor to tell you how to do it. Learn about these things. Find out the correct way to do it. There's so much information out there, and it's important for you to do something about it. So again, my dear sisters, don't ignore anything. If you suspect that something is happening to your body that isn't quite right, find out about it. Go to a doctor. Get yourself educated on all the different diseases that are out there, and especially breast cancer. Sometimes people can get this through a gene that's in their family. It's the BRCA gene. Find out about these kinds of things. Find out about your family history. My second message, and this is not to offend anyone. However, lifestyle and poor decisions in your life can lead to so many dangers. A promiscuous lifestyle can lead to unwanted pregnancies, venereal diseases, cancers, guilty conscience, which can lead to suicide, not to mention the fact that if you died, what would happen to those you left behind? Your family, and especially if you have children, what would happen to them? I beg you, take good care of yourself and find something fun to do in your life, like Zumba. Believe me, if you haven't tried it, you're really missing a fun way to have the party.